Parasite is a wearable electronic piece that explores the idea of symbiotic relationships with technology. It consists of a collar and arm sleeve sewn from fabric with circuits and sensors embedded within it. It reacts to environmental heat by pulling back its scales for ventilation, but this reaction cannot occur unless the electrical circuit runs through a human body, in this case, the mouth. The project draws on symbiosis as a natural inspiration for defensive wear. It explores technology as an embodied enhancement and extension of the self, rather than a separate independent tool. The garment uses temperature sensors to detect environmental heat. When it's hot, it sends a signal to trigger the 2 servo motors on the arm sleeve. However, they will not trigger unless the 2 wires in the collar are in the person's mouth. When this does happen, the circuit is complete and the motors turn, pulling threads that pull the scales open on the arm. When the environment is cool, the scales return to their original state. The sleeve and collar were sewn together from textiles, based on the conceptual sketches we drew. The arm sleeve was constructed from strips of fabric and mesh, which allowed us to mount the scales while also ventilating the arm. We experimented with different forms, motions, and materials for the scales, until finally deciding on the straw mechanism. By cutting it at 3 points and running a thread through it, we achieved a dynamic motion without needing to pull the thread very far. Attached to fabric coverings, these became the scales we used in our final implementation.